Have you ever felt a quiet unease at the thought of ending up in a nursing home? You're not alone. For many people between the ages of 60 and 85, the idea of transitioning into a nursing facility stirs more than logistical worries. It touches something emotional. It can feel like the beginning of the end, a surrendering of control over your own life, your schedule, and your space. But what if that path wasn't inevitable? What if there were other ways, real, meaningful alternatives that honor your independence, your preferences, and your sense of self? The truth is, nursing homes are no longer the only, or even the best, option for many older adults. Today, people just like you are choosing new directions. They're aging in place. They're moving in with family, but with boundaries and freedom. They're finding community in places that offer companionship without sacrificing autonomy. And most importantly, they're doing it on their own terms. This isn't wishful thinking. This is a quiet revolution in how people age, grounded in respect, modern support, and the deep desire to keep living a life that still feels like yours. In this article, we'll walk through 7 better options than nursing homes, alternatives that are real, practical, and growing in popularity. By the end, you may see your future not as something you fear, but as something you can shape. 1. Aging in place within home support. There is something profoundly comforting about sleeping in your own bed, eating at your own table, and watering the same plants you've cared for years. For many older adults, the best place to grow old is exactly where they already live. Aging in place, especially with the help of in-home care, allows seniors to maintain their independence and routines, while receiving just the right amount of support to keep life manageable. In-home care is not about giving up control. It's about extending the years you can continue living with control. That help might come in the form of a home health aide who visits a few hours a week to assist with medication, cooking, or mobility. It might mean someone who helps with personal care or transportation. And in many cases, it evolves as needs change. More assistance when you need it, less when you don't. Take Teresa, 74, for example. She lives in a small cottage near the coast. Her arthritis limits her mobility on some days, but she loves her independence. With a caregiver who stops by 4 mornings a week, she gets help with light chores and medication reminders, while still enjoying her garden, her books, and her independence. The right help in the right place can protect not just health, but joy. 2. Living with family done right. Another powerful alternative to institutional care is living with family in a way that's supportive for everyone, not a burden to anyone. Done well, multigenerational living is not about dependency. It's about connection. It's about bringing generations closer in ways that enrich everyone's life. The key is structure. Having your own space, whether a basement apartment, an in-law suite, or a renovated garage, preserves your autonomy while offering closeness to loved ones. You're not moving in to be taken care of. You're moving in to share life. Frank, 80, moved into a newly built guest house behind his son's home. He has his own entrance, kitchenette, and patio. He watches his grandkids play from his porch and helps with homework when asked. They eat together when they feel like it, but otherwise live parallel lives. This balance of closeness and independence helps Frank feel anchored without feeling dependent. Psychologically, the benefits are real. Living near family can reduce isolation, increase feelings of purpose, and support better mental health. Financially, shared living can also reduce housing costs and caregiving expenses. But it only works when boundaries are clear and respect runs both ways. It's not caretaking, it's co-living. 3. Aging in place with smart modifications. Growing older doesn't mean staying stuck in the past. It means evolving your environment to meet your needs. More and more seniors are choosing to remain in their homes with the help of thoughtful home modifications. And this isn't a last resort. It's a proactive, empowering choice. Simple upgrades like grab bars, stair lifts, walk-in showers, and motion-activated lighting make a huge difference in safety and confidence. Technology like voice-controlled assistants, automatic medication reminders, and video doorbells brings modern tools into your daily life, quietly supporting your independence without taking over. George, 77, lives in a townhouse he's owned for over 30 years. After experiencing a fall on the stairs, he invested in a stair lift, bathroom rails, and a smart lighting system. Within weeks, his confidence returned. "I didn't realize how much I was hesitating to move around until it was easy again," he said. Sometimes, all it takes is making the space fit the life you still want to live. 4. Multigenerational living with clear boundaries. For some families, traditional co-living just doesn't work without clarity. That's why more households are exploring structured multigenerational living. The idea isn't new, but the way we're doing it is. In these setups, families discuss everything in advance: personal space, shared responsibilities, quiet hours, financial expectations. It's not about control. It's about mutual respect. Eleanor, 82, moved into her daughter's home after her spouse passed, but they approached it intentionally. Eleanor has her own wing in the house, a separate entrance, and even sets her own meal times. They meet weekly to talk about what's working and what's not. The arrangement gives Eleanor space when she wants it, and connection when she needs it. Studies show that seniors in these environments often report greater life satisfaction and less loneliness, but only when their role is defined, honored, and integrated. The goal isn't to become invisible, it's to remain involved. 5. Independent living communities with on-demand support. Somewhere between full independence and full-time care lies a beautiful option: independent living communities designed for older adults. These communities aren't about limits. They're about lifestyle. You live in your own apartment or small home, surrounded by peers, with services available when needed, but never imposed. Meals are optional. Social events are offered, but not expected. Transportation help, light medical care, or assistance with errands, available with a phone call. But you're still in charge of your days. Marvin, 75, left his large suburban home for a community focused on creative living. Now he spends mornings in an art studio, afternoons in a community garden, and evenings sharing stories over dinner with neighbors. He still drives. He still chooses. But now he's surrounded by possibility, not silence. These communities are about freedom with backup, connection with privacy. It's not about what you give up. It's about what you regain: purpose, companionship, and control. 6. Aging in place with smart home technology. Technology today is revolutionizing how we age, and you don't need to be a tech expert to benefit. Aging in place is now safer, smarter, and more supported than ever thanks to quiet, integrated tools. Fall sensors that require no buttons, lights that turn on when you walk into a room, thermostats that adjust to keep you comfortable, medication reminders that speak gently, even refrigerators that track food freshness. These aren't gadgets, they're lifelines. Patricia, 79, lives on her own in a one-story home. Her son installed a smart system that alerts him if she hasn't moved around the house by a certain time each morning. It includes lighting, emergency alerts, and even a medication dispenser. Patricia says she doesn't feel monitored. She feels respected and connected. This technology isn't about taking over. It's about supporting your freedom to stay exactly where you feel most yourself, at home. 7. Intergenerational communities that foster connection. What if the answer to aging well isn't separation, but connection? Intergenerational living communities are flipping the script on senior housing. These neighborhoods bring people of all ages together: seniors, students, single parents, young professionals, into shared spaces designed for interaction. Lewis, 84, moved into a mixed-age apartment complex in Seattle. On weekends, he teaches chess to a group of neighborhood kids. In return, they help with groceries or tech questions. It's not charity, it's community. He's not forgotten. He's needed. These communities aren't about being watched. They're about being woven into life. Gardens, walking paths, libraries, and community dinners foster a sense of belonging. The young benefit from your wisdom. You benefit from their energy. Everyone wins. Studies show seniors in intergenerational environments experience better cognitive health, stronger immunity, and deeper happiness. Why? Because they feel seen, needed, and appreciated. Growing older should never mean surrendering the things that make us feel alive: our space, our voice, our identity. Nursing homes may work for some, but they are not the only way. You now know 7 alternatives, each one grounded in real stories, real people, and real dignity. So take a breath. Think about what you truly want. Is it more connection? More freedom? More control? Because this next chapter, however it unfolds, still belongs to you. And that is the most important truth of all. If this message resonated with you, please consider subscribing to our channel for more empowering, practical content for seniors and their families. Leave a comment below. What alternative spoke to you most? Your story might inspire someone else to take their future into their own hands. Thank you for spending your time with us today.